So hello everyone. So in this discussion, we are going to talk about the binary search. And so in the previous video, we have already seen how the linear search work and the problem what we are going to face with the linear search when you are trying to implement the same algorithm in the large scale of the system, right? So binary search is one of the very fundamental computer concept, right? So and very useful algorithms. Okay, so if you try to search, the process of searching for a specific value, right, in the ordered list. So the prerequisite for the binary search is like your list or collection should be in the sorted order. So sorted either in the form of, okay, so what it does in the binary search, right? Binary search try to compare the target values, okay, to the middle element of the array. So we need to find out, okay, so you have given one array, okay. For example, if you talk about, suppose you have given one sorted array like one, taking like this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. So this is the collections. So this is the array of integer, and I have been given, and there would be target values. So this target value we need to find out. So what it does in binary search, right? So as already discussed, that binary search compare the target values, right? Suppose I'm searching 5, so it compared the 5, okay, to the middle element of the array. So what is going to be the middle element? Suppose this left index is 0 and right index is 9, okay. So somewhere we need to calculate the mid, and the index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this could be the mid, and this is how the we are going to define the mid is, which is 4. So we take the floor values, right? So 4. So if your target value is equal to 5, okay, our search algorithm is completed, and we will try to return either boolean values or the index of 5, okay. So before implementing the binary search, okay, let's try to understand some of the terminology which is related to binary search. And the thing I really wanted to discuss here, like sometimes binary search is called as like half interval search, and that is the reason it's called half interval search, right? Suppose you have given target 2, right, and you try to compare 2 with the mid value. So mid value is, so mid element is 5, okay. And if your key is lesser than mid element, right, so definitely you know that array has been sorted. So you are sure that the whatever the target values or key you are trying to search is not going to exit in the right side. So definitely it will found here. So in this way we can, if the target values is not equal to the mid value, so we can directly skip the half of the array when we'll try to search the next time, okay. And again taking the middle value here, so it's become 0, it's become 3, and 0 plus 3 divided by 2 is going to be 1. So here you have the mid value, okay. So in this case your mid is equal to target value, and you can return the index 2, index 1, or you can return boolean value, okay. And as we are skipping the half of the array, right, so that is the reason it's called half interval search. And each time whenever you try to search, right, and your length of the array is going to half of the array each time. So first if you are searching 8, then it will become 4, and it will become 2, and then it will become 8. So that is the reason it's called logarithmic search or binary job, right? So we will discuss more about like logarithmic search when we'll try to discuss about the complexity. So we will discuss some of the terminology here. So we will discuss target, and we will discuss left and the right and mid. Okay, and one more concept that is called search space. Search space. So whenever you try to define the binary search, like what are the informations you need? Like suppose how the function is going to look like. So like public integer binary search, you need to pass one array, right? And you need to pass target value. This is how the signature is going to look like. Okay, what could be the another signature when you try to implement the binary search? It's going to look like public boolean, okay, is key found. You have been given one, you need to pass array, and similarly you need to pass target value. So if your target value is present, you are going to return the index of the element. Okay, if it does not found, then you are going to return -1. Okay, and here when it's talk about the boolean, you are going to return true. Okay, if it doesn't found, you are going to return 5. So here try to define some of the terminology is nothing but it's a key. So the key what you are going to search inside the collection. So your collection is, again I'm taking this one, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 9. Okay, so and target the given, okay, I wanted to search 6. So this is the key I wanted to search inside this array, right? So we are pretty much clear about the target. Now left is going to define what is the left index, from which positions we are going to search. So the initial, when you start searching, right, the first, your left is going to be 0 and the right is going to be size -1, array size -1. Okay, and mid already we have seen, right? So your mid is going to be left plus right and divided by 2. So this is going to be the mid index. So in this case, if you compare, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 0 plus 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2. So your mid is going to be here. So this is your mid. Okay, now come up with the search space, right? The search space operates on continuous sequence with specific left and right index, and this is called search space. Okay, so the space where you are going to search. So if you look at here, we in the first call of the binary search, we are going to search in between 0 to 4, and this area is called search space. Okay, and search space maintains the left, right and the middle indices of the search space. So if suppose you are trying to find out in this particular scenario 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, okay, and 0 to 4, so this is your calling first time, right, in front condition. So you have the left, you have right and you have mid, right? And your mid is going to be 2 and the element lies here 6. So if you are trying to search 4, in this case your search lies in between 0 to 2, right here. So if you see, look at the button search space. Initially we search in between 0 to 4. Okay, so here left was 0, 4, okay, and the mid was 2. So when you try to call the next time based on certain condition, okay, your space is going to lie between 0 to 2, and this is how it's going to maintain the binary search. So here is the search space, right, and 0 plus 2 divided by 2, the 1 is going to be your search space. Okay, so these are the common terminologies generally we have when you try to learn binary space. Okay, now we will see the how the binary search algorithms looks like. Okay, and we will see both. We will see the iterations of the binary search, and we will try to look at the recursion of the binary search. Apart from this, we will see some of the challenges while implementing binary search. Okay, so we need to caution in certain scenario when you are trying to learn your application in the large scale environment. We are in the third section of the binary search. So where we will learn the algorithm of this, and we will try to understand how algorithm we are going to implement. Okay, so as we discussed, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, and 10. So this, and the index lies between from 0 to 9. So this is the left. These are the terminologies we already discussed, and we have mid, which is left plus right, and divided by 2. So in this case it's going to be 0 plus 9, right, 9 divided by 2, which is going to be 4, and this is the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be mid. Okay, and third, we need the target, which we are going to search it, or the key, right? So in this case my key is 2, so the 2 I'm going to search. Okay, so let's as we discussed the signature of the binary search, right, this is how it's going to look like. And if key found, so most of the textbooks are where the function is defined, you can find this binary search, so where they will try to return the -1. Okay, if the key is not present. If key present, then it will try to return the index of the item. So here what I will try to implement is boolean one. So like public bool is key found, right? You need 2 parameter to ask, so whoever will try to use this, and we need key, right? So the whoever is going to use this API, means these functions, they have to pass 2 parameter, the entire array, and the key which they wanted to search it, right? So as we discussed some of the terminology, left, mid, right. So try to define left. So the left is 0, and the right is going to be array dot length -1. Okay, and some of the people define the mid inside the while loop, but I define here because unnecessary to create the object reference multiple times, right, just to avoid this. Okay, second, here if you see, we go from left, right? So this is the left, it come here, then right will come here, right? So we will, and we are including the mid here, so we will try to search till left is less than equal to right. Okay, and mid, as we got the formula, mid is left plus right, okay, divided by 2. and if array of mid is equal to key, right? So here I am going to return true, else if array of mid if key is lesser than array of mid, then we are going to search in the right side. That time right will this right. So as we are changing the search space, so left will be 0 but right is going to be mid minus 1. So here it going to be mid minus 1, okay, and else left is going to be mid plus 1, okay. And if you did not find the key anywhere, then we will return false. So this is all about the binary search, which is going to look like. So here if you see, we are returning true values, here we are returning false values, right? This is the function. So now if you talk about the time complexity, so it's going to be log n and the base is going to be 2. And if you talk about the space complexity, it's big of n. So here if you see, so 0 of 1, here this is the loop which is going to run, okay, and this loop is going to run left should be less than equal to right. So in the worst scenario, right, so we are going to loop n by 2. So if n is size, right, the worst scenario, that is the reason we call log n and base 2. And if you see the space, right, we are not using anywhere space, all are constant operation we are doing here, right? Okay, so pretty much it's very simple and we are clear about the. Now we are going to talk about the how we are going to, one more thing, the same algorithm how we are going to write with recursion. Then we will see like what issues and challenges generally we face when you try to implement the binary search in the large scale environment. Function we are going to do using the recursion, and how the body and function is going to look like, and same way I'm going to return the boolean. So or this time let's try to return the integer, the index of the item. So if public, right, integer binary search, right, and we are going to pass integer array and we are going to pass integer key, right? So it's pretty simple that we need the recursion helper, and we, as we discuss, we need left which is going to be 0 initially, and right is going to be array dot length, right, minus 1, okay, and now return helper function, and we need array, we need left and right and the key, respective key which we are trying to search. Now try to define helper function public integer helper integer array and integer left, integer right, and the integer key. Okay, and I start the function. Here we need to define the mid integer mid is going to be left plus right divided by 2. Okay, and if array of mid, right, equal to key, right, we are going to return the index. So we are going to return the mid. Okay, else if, as we have already discussed what condition we are going, if key is lesser than array of mid, right, we are going to call same function. Okay, so the array will be the same, left will be same, but right here is going to change. Right will become mid minus 1 and the key what we are going to search. Else same helper function, we have array, and this time this is going to be mid plus 1 and we are going to search till right and the key. So this is all about the recursion. Okay, but like we need to stop this recursion in the somewhere, right? So we need some base conditions, right? So here we need to write the base condition. So what could be the base condition? If your left is greater than right, as when we are doing the while loop, right, so we were running until left is lesser than right. So whenever you find this condition, right, we can say return -1, and we can say okay, this number, this whatever the key we were looking, that key is not found inside this array. Okay, not talk about the time and space complexity here. So the time complexity is going to be same, log n base 2. Okay, and when it's come about the space complexity, if you look very closely this program, right, we are not using anywhere. So this is the constant operation. Here we have constant operation and this is normal function call. But when we think about the recursion stack space, right, in some of the textbook you might find this space complexity is log n. But if you are a developer and you wanted to take the control over the loop, right, the condition, definitely you should implement through the iteration. But in the readability point of way, right, the implementation of iteration is also fine. The problem only will come when your application is running and when it goes like stack overflow exception, right, at that time your problem is going to face. Now think about one more issue here while implementing. So here we have left. Okay, so we are maintaining the left index and we are maintaining the right index, right, like 9, and we are trying to calculate left plus right, and divided by 2. There could be situations, right, when the key what you are looking, it lies very near to, key lies in between this search space, right? So at the time your left is very close to the variable, and if you have taken the variable, like suppose it's 16-bit integer, right? So what is the maximum value we can store inside the 2-byte integer, right? It's 32,676. So for example, suppose your left is 32,600 and your right is 32,675. So when you try to add this value, right, so it is larger than integer 16 max value, and this problem can cause the arithmetic overflow exception, and to just to avoid this exception while calculating the mid, we need to be change the code like left minus right minus left and divided by 2, and this is what we can write. So this is all about the binary search. Okay, and it's not only about the algorithm. There are lot of ample of the problem you can solve using the binary search. Still, as we know, the array has been sorted, but what will happen if your array contains the duplicate values? And those kind of questions you can find. Okay, and you can find in the LeetCode and the Gigs of Gigs, those websites. So if you're finding any specific question you wanted to discuss it here, just put those things in the comment, and we'll pick it and we will discuss more about in the next video. Thanks for watching. All the data type has the minimum and maximum value. So here for the demonstration purpose, I'm taking integer 62 bits. There is 2 byte of integer length. So suppose left has been defined 32,677. So I'm taking 76, or another index could lie, suppose so left lies around 32,000 index, and second, and the right index lies in between 32,676. So instead of 76 I'm taking 75. Okay, and when you try to add these two value, right, when you try to get the mid, so what we generally do, left plus right. Okay, so and see how this number try to print the mid in this case. Okay, mid, and convert this typecasting. Sorry, convert dot to system. Okay, now see the how the overflow exception looks like. So I'm running this project. So this is what, so this particular exception I was talking about, so overflow exception. So that is the reason. So when you try to do left plus right divided by 2, right, and that's sometime if your keys or if your target number lies the right side and your index is very close to max number of integer, at that time it's going to give this overflow exception.